Hey, what's up guys? So in this video, I'll be talking about who uses auth0 and why you should give it a try. Because in life, whatever it is, we look for reviews. We look for who is using it, right? Before we try anything. So for example, if you are going to use a laptop, you buy a new laptop, you buy a new car, and you buy a new software, like a new SaaS provider. Whatever it is, we always look for who is using it, like what about the customer base, whether it is trusted. So happy customers are indication of whether a product or service is good or bad, right? So here you can see auth0 is used by popular in every slide here. The carousel, you can see popular logos, right? Headspace, Siemens, Pfizer, Sharp, all of them are popular and big brands. You can see 2K plus enterprise customers are using auth0, and every day 42 million user accounts are being logged in. So and then 70 plus countries are using auth0, and with a 24/7 coverage because it's a global company. And so enough about this one. So it's not about just how great the company, or like it's not going to not trying to sell based on this one, but let's go with what are the other features. Like if you are too much into read about like customer case studies, so there are a lot of good case studies here, so you can take a look. There are some videos as well and customer testimonials here. So go to auth0.com, and then you can see here, like in the company menu, they have the customers. So here you can see all the data. But as a developer, for me, it's like I'm more interested in their documentation. So when you go to their documentation, you can see the quick start guides. Here I'm with PHP. So I'm a PHP developer. I use PHP for most of my projects. So here you can see from step one, like step by step. If you just follow this one, you can able to actually get your app running. Like you will be able to add authentication to your app. And also you can just Google about it, since it is used by a large amount of developers and companies. So you will find other tutorials as well, whether it is YouTube or whether it is other like Stack Overflow questions with answers. And also auth0 has its own community forum. And then they also have code samples. So that's what I love, because it's like whatever it's a software, it should be some kind of like, at least to some level, it should be open sourced, and it should be supported by the community. Other than that, it's like, that's very important. So there should be code samples, and there should be people who are sharing their knowledge. Your questions should be answered. So in that respect, auth0 is not going to fail you. So here is a good example for PHP. So when you go to their examples, so you can see whatever tech stack you're going to use, you will find examples here, like Cordova, single page application, React, Ruby on Rails, and there's a lot, like whatever tech you are using, you'll find examples about it. And also their blog is very extensive, so you can also find tutorials and documentations. So here, if you are someone like me, I have ADHD, and I also have some reading disabilities, so it's like I don't read often. I'm more comfortable in watching videos and trying that. So if you are like me, or someone interested in watching videos, like who like to learn visually, so you can watch video tutorials here. This is like introduction and like getting started, and then these are the sections or categories here. So if you are getting started, you want to authenticate, managing users, customize it, and all other stuff. So there are videos here with transcript. So if you want to read it and watch videos. And then there is also a developer hub where you can find code samples, and also there are other tools as well. So for example, if you go to the code samples, you can choose like I'll be choosing PHP. So you can see Laravel and PHP based stuff. So you can choose like that, and then you can see, for example, we choose JavaScript, and you can see here React plus JavaScript and some code, right? So you can, and with auth0. So it's like, for example, if you are using React Router 6, and React Router 6 is pretty new, right? So you might be wondering how to do that with auth0. So you might get stuck somewhere, you're looking for help, and here it is. So you can go to auth0.com and developers, there you can find developer hub. So all this stuff, so it's like it's not about just who is using it. So for example, one of my favorite hosting companies, Pantheon, so I think they use so if I go to Pantheon and then I guess login, if I'm not mistaken, it's by auth0. So yeah, I'm going to log in with email. Yeah, I can see it goes to auth0, right? Yeah, so it's like this, like popular agencies are already using it. So this is another proof, like, because it's like you are in trusted hands. So, and also the other major factor that I consider using auth0 for hobby or client projects is their free tier. So for example, if you go to the product, or like you see their pricing, you can have 7,000 active monthly users per month. So it's like if you have some, yeah, see here, it's like free up to 7,000 active users, unlimited logins. It's not even actually per month. So it's like imagine if you have 7,000 active users, until that time you are actually free to use auth0. So if you want some other extra features, you can choose some other plans like developer and other plans. It's not also very costly, so it should be under your budget as well. So you can grow step by step and choose the plans that is applicable for you. So if you are just new, you are still on the fence, you are thinking whether to use auth0 or not, just give it a try. It's like, get started. There are a lot of free tools and tutorials out there. If you are using content management systems like WordPress, Drupal, or Laravel, or any other stuff like open source or JavaScript space, like whether it's Express, Node.js, Next.js, all other stuff. So you can use auth0 for it. And there are code samples, tutorials, and videos out there. I hope you can give it a try. And if you feel like need any help, you can reach out to community forums. And also, if you want to know more about auth0, like just leave a comment below. I am planning to make more series of videos about auth0. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.